If you are restarting your life and business after failure, there are 4 distinct stages that you will move through. Most entrepreneurs do not know the stage that they are in, and that is why we can fall back into old patterns, burn out again, or move before our body is ready. I had to move through every single one of these 4 stages whilst rebuilding my life and business, and knowing where I was in my journey changed everything. So today I'm going to walk you through what each stage feels like, the biggest mistakes people make in those stages, and what you actually need to move forward with strength. This video is part 4 of my Reset Roadmap series, so if you haven't seen the previous 3, definitely make sure to check them out too. The link is below in the description. So stage 1 is the recovery stage. This is a stage where your heart feels heavy and your energy is low. You're emotionally, physically, spiritually recovering here, even if your mind is telling you to hurry up and start again. The biggest mistake that we can make here is trying to push through, telling ourselves that we're totally fine, trying to rebuild from survival and not self-respect. What you actually need here is compassion. Space. Here, we do not need strategies yet. I really learned this the hard way, and at a very young age. When I was 11, I wanted to do so well in my new school, and I wanted to live up to my parents' expectations and do a very good job. What happened? I pushed myself so hard that I ended up in a wheelchair for around 2 weeks because my body was so exhausted. When my business launch failed 2 years ago, I was financially drained, I was emotionally drained from my relationship, and I remember thinking, I just can't carry this alone by myself anymore. I needed a season where I could be held so that I could rebuild my strength again. Does any part of your body feel like it's in this stage? Tell me in the comments, because your body always knows the truth before your mind does. And if this does feel familiar, then my Success Reset quiz will show your heart and nervous system what it needs before you take the next step. Stage 2 is the momentum stage. Here, your spark is returning, you want to move, but you keep overthinking, second guessing, and wondering if everything's going to be perfect before you do it. You can feel the readiness, but you don't quite trust it yet. The biggest mistakes that we can make here are stalling, preparing forever, getting stuck in analysis paralysis. What you actually need is some movement, momentum, and one tiny win that reminds you, yes, I'm alive and I can do this. So I love playing the drums, and when I was 16, I was rehearsing with this rock band, and we rehearsed again and again and again. And guess what? We never even made it to the stage because the singer kept saying, it's just not good enough. It's just not perfect enough. We need to rehearse more. And throughout my adult life, I have seen that pattern come up a lot. When I started this business, I was feeling a little bit unsure. After being in my cocoon and taking my time to recover, I had to get back out there. So you know what I did? The first day that I started this business, I did it lying down, horizontal, just on my laptop like this, just to keep myself grounded and feeling good. And just this tiny movement of doing things this way has built what you are seeing today. And if you want calm, grounded guidance whilst you're rebuilding your life and business, subscribe. I make these videos so that you do not have to guess your way through your very own comeback. Stage 3 is the clarity stage. At this stage, you've left the fog, but you're not quite activated yet. You want purpose, you want direction, and you're refusing to move forward blindly. I know that you're a passionate, purposeful person, and you want to move forward in your life, doing something that deeply means something to you, that you care about. But the biggest mistake we can make here is waiting for the vision to be complete before we take the next step. Clarity does not really arrive as a full blueprint. It usually arrives as a breadcrumb. But that breadcrumb can sprout into a full map, a great structure, and a clear view of where you're standing now and where you want to go. Before I started the failure flip, I was working for somebody else in China. The contract was 2 years, and 6 months before the end of the contract, they asked me if I wanted to renew. At the time, I did not have a plan. The failure flip did not even exist. But I knew one thing for certain. I could not stay in a job that drained me like that. I could not carry on doing work that I wasn't deeply passionate about. When I arrived here in Cambodia, I actually had 2 business ideas. But as soon as I started, as soon as I sat down, then I knew I am passionate about turning your setbacks into success and living the life that you want and doing the work that you love the most. So even if you do not know what you want right now, at least you know what you don't want, and that is a great start. And if you want to know your exact stage that you're at right now in rebuilding your life and business, take my Success Reset quiz. It reveals where you are on your path and the next step that your energy is ready for. The link is also below in the description. And finally, stage 4 is the activation stage. Your fire is back, your ideas are flowing, your energy feels alive again, and you feel ready, like ready more than ever before. But the biggest mistake we can make here is leaping too fast or trying to rebuild at full speed when our foundations are not set. Is your body feeling good? Is your mind on board and ready to receive everything that you want? So what we need here is structure, grounding, and a garden that is clear of those weeds that may hold us back. When I was in China, I spent a lot of time looking at the beliefs that I had around money, myself, my purpose, my capabilities, and spending that time on myself to look at those fears with a lot of love and compassion really prepared me for this journey that I'm on now. Readiness is not only an external thing, it comes from within too. So when you feel that fire again in your body, check in with your mind, body, and beliefs so that those old patterns that may have created some problems in the past are seen, understood, and given a new job in your life. So there we have it, the 4 stages that you move through before you're feeling super ready to start your business again. I'm so curious, what stage do you think that you are in? And remember, you have not failed, you've been forged. See you in the next video.